It's like they built something new on the bones of the original.
Oh,
They've
man.
They've fleshed out the experience.
I've been living in skeleton puns for about a year and a half, and even that got me.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of PlayStation Underground. You got Tim and Justin here.
Hey.
We are joined by Nick Accordino, producer on MediEvil,
Hi.
the remake of MediEvil for PlayStation 4.
That's right.
We got Justin on the controls there. We are at the Asylum grounds. Is that right, Nick?
That's right. We're about halfway through the game.
Halfway. Okay, gotcha. What can you
MediEvil
say?
has this kind of interesting open-ended structure where this could be either like the 7th or the 10th level, I think we go to. But definitely a very luscious green area we wanted to show off.
As I can see, and we're also going to jump back and forth a little bit to the 1998 PlayStation original to show just how lush and green and like, I don't know, come to life that this version of the game is.
I got a little bold there.
That's right.
Let's see if I can make this work.
Justin's fighting some mad monks over here. We saw the hedge dragon a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
Staring at him. Yeah, definitely some unique gameplay. Combat's just kind of loose, but that's exactly how it was on PS1 as well, and we wanted to really keep that same feel. Sir Dan, a little bit of a bumbling knight over here, not too precise with his sword play.
That's one thing I really like
his crossbow
that
play.
you've pointed out here is that, you know, he's kind of like flailing to victory, almost despite himself in some cases, which kind of loops in with his character, right?
Yeah, yeah. He's like the head of the king's like knight guard. He dies from the first arrow through the eye in the battle he's in.
Brutal.
Kind of immediately, but is hailed as this hero, gets buried as a hero, and then gets accidentally resurrected by Zarok the sorcerer.
What a run.
Yeah, so but like all of the people that knew him know that he was just kind of like a bumbling character. So they constantly, you know, give him crap as he plays through as you play through the game, and it's really funny. The sense of humor in MediEvil is great, very British, but very endearing.
I'm into that.
Greetings, Sir
Oh, who have we got here?
My name is Jack of the Green.
Good
That's
old
who we
Jack
got
of
I
the
am
Green.
the master of riddles, and this maze is
Master
my
of
domain.
riddles, you say.
Ooh. But only
Dan's just
ones
kind of
who
looking
answer
around,
full
not even paying
riddles, so
attention.
choose
What's that? What's up
to
there?
the
I love that he spins his head all the way around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really keep your head on a swivel. He takes it to an extreme degree. But, you know, what would a hedge maze be without, of course, a you know, a master of riddles to make it even more interesting?
Right?
Check out the stop motion animation going on with his face too. That's so cool.
I love that.
Astounding. Yeah, the team at Other Ocean and Secret 6 did an amazing job at bringing this game to life.
And there's perhaps no better way to fully appreciate, you know, just the beginning section of Asylum Grounds here than let's jump back to the 1998 original just to see what it looked like back then.
Totally.
So, you know, similarly, we're at the gates, and the approach is like the pieces are here.
Yeah.
But boy,
Much simpler pieces.
yeah.
It looks like I don't even know. It looks like a toy, you know, like.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because it's like the enemy placement is very faithful. The shape of the I'm noticing now that like the shape of the hedges are actually the dragon, like
Yeah, the dragon.
swooping through the ground, which is really
Yeah.
clever.
I didn't notice that. There is a lot of clever design going on here, and it feels very similar to what I just played. Like I feel like I just played this because they've done such a good job at just kind of keeping it true to the source material.
And that was the goal, to make the game feel exactly like as it did, but to have it look kind of how your memory, you know, preserved it, you know, not as it actually is.
And speaking of that, this voice sounds familiar as well.
Yeah, all the voice acting in the game, save for our new narrator, voiced by Lonnie Manella, is exactly the same. That beautiful CD quality audio from PS1, intact fully here, sounds amazing. So Jack of the Green sounds exactly the same, Zarok sounds exactly the same. All the characters just really have that same personality just brought to life in 4K now, which is lovely.
One of the benefits of the original PlayStation being on the cutting edge of CD audio technology, right?
Absolutely.
Well, let's jump back then to 2019's MediEvil. Man, it's just a dramatic contrast to jump back in here. Like, both... Oh, and another thing I'm noticing, too, as we're jumping back and forth is that you know, as you go further into the hedge maze and it clicks into sort of a top-down perspective, I'm appreciating the new camera controls that you have here.
Yeah, you can actually move the camera around now.
Yeah.
How about that?
Oh, novel.
And another thing I really like, let me back out of the hedge maze here so it works properly, but if you hold L2, it goes into this cool, like, over-the-shoulder
Yeah,
camera.
that's the Dan Cam.
The Dan Cam.
Dan Cam. Oh.
Yeah.
I love it.
That is Dan Cam, and you can fight like that. It's really helpful for long range attacks. So when you're using that crossbow,
yeah.
throwing knives, just it helps you be immersed in the world. You'll see this mad monk just summoned all these other monks around you.
Oh goodness! I was trying to get to him before he could pull that off.
Could do that, yeah. Sometimes you can.
Yeah, Justin, I think you've taken to the controls pretty well here. Like you're crowd managing pretty well here.
I'll admit two things. The first thing is that I never actually played the original MediEvil back then, so I'm not exactly an expert. The second is that I did get a little bit of a test run before we started recording here, so I've got a decent handle on the controls here.
Yeah, but
it feels great to play.
But the game's also not easy, right?
It's not.
You're constantly taking damage.
Yeah.
You're making good use of your shield. As you can see, the UI up there has your
actually
health
am
in
not
green.
making good use of my shield.
Well,
Oh, yeah,
you will. be
You're at
making
full
good use of your
250.
shield.
Yeah, there we go.
235. It's sort of like a durability meter in a way.
Yeah.
Okay.
But to kind of just express the point, there are no like save points in the middle of the stages. There's no easy checkpoints.
Oh, so you got to get it in one go.
In one go. Yeah.
Got it.
If you die, if you make it to like almost the end of the stage and you die, you're doing the whole stage over again.
Wow.
Which is
That's classic.
a classic.
Yeah. That's also classic Justin, just doing that for attention. We hear you, Justin. Very good job. You did it.
There's no trophy for that, Justin.
When I go to the hotel, I go ding, 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 ding.
You know, you got to make sure everyone knows you're there.
Of course.
Of
Of course, check any holes in the ground in any video game. That's how we do.
I mean, naturally.
Yeah, if you're into like classic like challenge though, I mean, MediEvil's got it in spades.
That's what I was gonna say.
It reminds me of
no
a
pun
simpler
intended
time.
that we are in. You know, we were just coming out of the grave, a garden. But yeah, it reminds me. You know, I played this game back in '98, but I was definitely not skilled enough to get this far in, and I think I probably was not meeting the game on its own level because it's actually pretty, demanding, and Justin's using his shield and his charge attack, and you also have like some secondary abilities, and you really got to use the full artillery to make it through.
That's right. That's right. Or at least that's the easiest way.
Yeah.
There's a super satisfying loop in MediEvil of going into these stages, fighting lots of enemies, filling this chalice. You'll notice, see up in the right-hand corner.
Oh, sure.
You're filling a chalice right now. Once you're at 100% by defeating a bunch of enemies, you can turn that into the Hall of Heroes.
Okay.
And they'll give you either a new weapon or an upgrade to Dan, maybe another life bottle. And that is what is going to help you progress through the game. Like, some of these bosses really require some of the better weapons.
Okay.
Or else you're just going to be really struggling. So go try a stage. If you can't do it, go collect a chalice, get upgraded, come back, and just rinse and repeat.
Okay, so Sir Dan has some persistent upgrades that, like, if you're just getting your bony butt handed to you,
Absolutely.
you can come back a little bit later.
Absolutely.
Oh, nice way to find them all there, Justin.
Well
I did it.
done, Sir Knight. But my star riddle was but a
There you go, he's
trifle.
teasing you again.
I
Oh,
always
that was
like
just a
to
trifle,
begin with an easy
Justin.
one.
Sorry to say it.
Return hither. You will not find my next
I'm going to start
one
saying return
so
hither
soon.
whenever I need Justin now.
He's going to come up and ring the bell 50
See.
times.
That's right.
Do we want to take a look at the hedge maze from the original?
Yeah, let's take a look
Yeah.
at what this looked like in the original game a little bit. So we're revisiting the area that Justin just visited with the bell there, and seeing, like, again, functionally, mechanically, design-wise, like, similar layout.
Yeah,
Same
absolutely.
thing.
Yeah, we want it to be the game you remember. Just with
Even
modern
that little
sensibilities.
coin purse in the
Yep.
the same
Yeah.
hole there, yeah.
Absolutely.
Same grave.
Absolutely. Kind of the goal here was that if you had a strategy guide for the original PS1 game and you sat it down next to you, you could use it for the PS4 game.
Oh, nice.
That's how
I love that.
That's how one-to-one we
But
wanted
my
it to be,
star
and
riddle
I
was but
think
a trifle.
we've really
I
succeeded
always like to begin
in that
with an
regard.
easy
So
one.
we're really excited to
Return
see
hither.
people
You will
dig
not
into
find
it
my
to
next
kind of like
one
relive
so
the
soon.
adventure, or to just jump into it in the first place, because this really is one of the most bizarre but beautifully bizarre games I think to ever come out of Sony.
Beautifully
It's awesome.
bizarre.
Beautifully bizarre.
Let's click back into the Beautifully Bizarre remake.
Yep.
So we have just been slightly trifled and are going back to Jack of Greens.
Good old Jack of Green.
Yeah.
Let's use that cinematic Dan cam.
Ooh, looks good. Yeah, that is a good way just to get a closer look at all the new character models.
Without it, I am nothing.
It is beautiful.
Oh.
Without it, I am nothing.
I wonder what that could be. And then now, are there new areas in the hedge maze that have opened up now that?
Possibly.
Okay.
Let's take a look.
Maybe a
Let's find out.
maybe a puzzle for you.
Ooh.
Go past that a little bit. Ah, look,
Here
there's
we
some
go.
guy hiding over there. He's chasing
Maybe
after
look.
you.
So, Nick, being in the world of MediEvil for so long, just having worked on the game for a while and immersed yourself in it, like, have you come to sort of notice anything about like late '90s, game design or just like the sensibilities of 3D gaming from this era?
Oh yeah.
Good question.
There's a lot of that stuff. So you'll notice in the PS1 games sometimes like the draw distance is very close up to you.
Yeah.
And there's certain camera angles that are fixed for a reason.
Oh, okay.
There's parts in this game where we try to give you as much camera control as possible.
Okay.
But there's reasons sometimes why they limit you what
Okay.
you can see and what you can do.
Because like in this case, it might focus you in on the puzzle, and you might see like, oh, this view I can see 3 or 5 masks or whatever.
Exactly. And the more you try to like update things or change things sometimes, the more you might see, oh, they did it for a particular reason.
Yeah.
And for a game as diverse and varied as MediEvil is, sometimes it took a while to really find out what that rationale was.
Okay.
But believe you me, it was always there. So we came to the decision that we just had to leave a lot of stuff as it was.
Okay.
But there were a lot of things that we could do. Obviously, UI updates. We reorchestrated the entire soundtrack.
Yeah, it sounds great.
We've added voice acting here and there as well, and then we've given you as much camera control as we possibly can to give you a new look at everything here. So
That's great. Speaking of new look, Justin's trying to give these very sad masks. What are the theater masks? I can't remember the drama. Sad, happy ones. He's trying to get them all presumably to face the clown, the happy sides of it. And he's done it.
Yes,
Look at that.
you know exactly what you're
Very
doing.
clever, I'm sure. Return in
Congratulations,
haste,
Justin.
for I
Thank
wish
you.
to see
I'm
the
very happy,
desire
as you
on
can
your
tell.
face when you hear
Let's
my
take a quick
next
peek at what that looked like
puzzle.
back in 1998. Okay, again, so it's like it's interesting. It's making me appreciate that the remake really helps fit all the pieces into the world. Like these masks really stick out.
Yeah.
But
It's like they built something new on the bones of the original.
Oh,
they've really
man.
You
they've
like that?
fleshed out
Well,
the experience.
I've been living
Aha.
in skeleton puns for about a year and a half, and even that got me.
So yeah, just a quick glimpse at what that the sort of like I guess the desire for the praise of the crowd, what that puzzle looks like
Yeah.
back in 1998. So we can jump back into the remake here.
Pick right back up.
Hopefully you guys can hear us a little bit. When Dan's actually charging his weapon or doing lots of things, you can actually hear these new efforts that we have from Jason Wilson, the original voice actor of Dan. Yeah,
really?
This nice new.
Yeah, he's
yells.
surprisingly expressive
He
for
is.
not even really being able to form words.
Yeah,
Yep.
you said that it's the original voice actor for Dan came back and recorded some new stuff, right?
Yes, he did, and famously he recorded his original lines for Dan with a bucket on his head. And when we asked him to come back, he asked us if he should bring the bucket. And I was like, "Of course you should
the-
bring the bucket."
Yeah,
The same bucket?
It hasn't
Does he
been
have it like in his garage somewhere?
It's on a shrine. It hasn't been cleaned once.
I love it. He just so much love and enthusiasm for the character though that he wanted to bring the bucket back.
Yeah, it works well. I mean, I imagine there's some challenge with bringing a character that has no lower jaw, back to bringing a sort of expressive
like the sea.
vocal to
A
him.
great
Yeah.
beast I be, yet vermin.
I really love what they've done with his face. The animation on it
It's
is so good.
There's a lot of that. We have these little fairies in a different stage that are like they look like little bald, like pot-bellied like fairies. They look really really silly, but the way they're animated now looks astounding. Like,
Can I pet the cat? Nick, tell me I can pet the cat.
oh man, I wish.
Oh man, Sounds like another addition you guys.
I mean, well, the
No.
cat doesn't attack you, so that's an upgrade,
Okay,
right?
that's fair.
They also, you know, cats let you know when they want to be pet, and I think the ominous glowing red eyes are maybe an indication that they.
I just found out that I cannot hurt the cat, so that's good.
That makes me feel better, because they are perfect children.
They're purring.
Yeah.
They know what you're doing.
They're having a good time.
By the way, Nick, thanks for hooking me up with all these extra life bottles before we started.
You're welcome.
I am working with a little bit of a handicap here so that I don't die and have to start
You're doing
this
great,
over.
though. You only lost 2 bottles so far. There went that guy.
Yeah.
Hanging in there.
So what are we working with so far? We got cats. We
Yeah.
got a giant elephant sort of hedge design there.
Yep. Mad Monk is
What's our riddle again? It's
Oh, goodness.
something to do with.
I forgot.
fear, being afraid of something.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Oh, here's a little merchant gargoyle.
Oh, ready to chomp your
Right
coins
here.
down.
I can buy some crossbow bolts.
Yep.
Make sure that ammo is
Delicious.
He loves
Nice.
to eat your coins.
that's fun.
Anytime I owe Justin and give him back his money, this is exactly how it goes.
He just
That's
eats
another
it.
great animation. Oh, it's so good.
It's him just chomping down on him.
We love it.
So, well,
So yeah, So that's the Chalice of Souls. Remember, I was telling you before. There's like this awesome loop about collecting the chalice, getting upgraded.
Yeah.
That's where you would collect it after you hit that 100%. So maybe you can grab that a little bit later. But for now, you gotta go find maybe what can help you solve this new puzzle.
yeah. What could it possibly be?
What could it
Something
be?
to do with elephant. Maybe some peanuts. I don't know.
Ooh, yeah. Peanuts are really good. Elephants love peanuts. I'm trying to think what else, like a unicycle. But I don't know.
Found that clown before.
Not that way.
Yeah.
No. Take a look. You
It
know,
is a
there's-
maze.
There are some monks around here a little bit.
Oh, there we
Yeah.
go.
Well,
He
they
came out of a new spot.
Yeah.
New pathway.
Yeah, Jack's been opening up some new spots for you here as you're solving
Okay.
these riddles.
All the
Clever, clever.
the very ugly breadcrumb trail.
You might want to be careful up here. Yeah.
Oh.
It's like a fish. Nice.
Get a Dan cam on that. Let's take a good look at.
Oh. Oh, okay. That hurt.
There he is.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So what is this?
What
Like,
is it? Like an
just
octopus
like an
thing?
octopus.
Or a squid? With
Yeah.
okay, I like
Squids
it.
have beaks, right?
Yeah, why not?
I just
Yeah.
pluck away at him from back here.
Pluck him away. Yeah, it's good to stay safe.
Yeah, use your full arsenal that's at your disposal here. Is this like is it a fish design that I'm seeing? Determine what.
Okay, that
those
was
come in handy.
Smacks
I wanted
you.
to try and like be a little more.
No, you've got some good help. You can do that.
Ooh, yeah, you're hitting them all at once.
Yeah,
How is the shield against this guy?
Yeah, don't forget to remove that shield if you got it.
Oh, okay, down to 1.
Okay, yeah, that was a bad idea.
Oh, there you
Keep
go.
a little bit more.
Oh, and I can get that
yeah,
too.
yeah, get the head. He's the one that like shoots over. There you go.
Good night.
Nice.
He's out.
And
Yeah,
now-
that Dan cam comes in handy.
Yeah,
does.
that was like very
You
revealing.
can see if you go back. Did you see that lovely asylum in back there when you were looking at the head?
Oh, let's take a
Oh
look.
yeah, I mean, I suppose touches like that are things that just really wouldn't have been part of the equation in the original.
Yeah, do you see it back up
Yeah,
there?
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, that's it.
Helps kind of put this area within the wider world and
Yeah.
kind of give it a sense of place.
It's gorgeous.
So now you got a book. Was that a book? Or
That was a chaos rune.
Chaos Rune, sorry.
Oh yeah. Okay, I know where that goes.
Ah,
Yeah.
Justin's on the case.
Yeah, all the little touches in this game, you know, there was so much to work with. I think in one of our developer interviews, they talked about 56 different enemy types.
Wow.
You know, some of which appear in the game once, you know, just in different spots.
Oh, there you go.
It's speaking of, you know, there's a little like NPC. It's about to make its way here when you walk forward a little bit.
Oh, an
you see him
important.
peeking out there.
Yeah, hello.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, he's
Aw,
happy.
I
He's
made a friend.
happy to see you.
Yep, a little rat buddy. Now your job is to just try and get him past
Yeah, just
these
get him.
little hungry
get him.
guys over here.
Oh, I see what's happening here. Okay.
Uh,
Oh boy. Okay.
Now, if
I'll
these
protect
cats,
you.
these cats are actually reacting how I think my cats would if they saw a mouse, which is just total indifference and not earning their rent at all. But
I'm glad that you guys are a little generous with the kind of the stealth patterns here.
Yeah, of course. You know, the really funny story about this rat is that he was one of the first AI pieces that we put into this remake. So I have a lot of fondness for him. He was around, like, you know, before anything else was.
I mean, he's your test rat.
Buddy.
Yeah.
Did you spot my bluff?
And he actually just made that hedge elephant open up a new spot for you.
Nice.
That's great.
This time, however, I almost pity you. The answer to
So
my
yeah,
next
you solved the riddle. I'm impressed. Let's take a look and see what that puzzle looked like in 1998. I kind of want to take a peek. Okay, so yeah, let's pick up. He's got the Chaos Rune, and
And there's your little buddy. There
now we
he
got
is.
the rat again.
Slightly more detailed than the 2019 version of the game.
Yeah, maybe. You know, and the cats look like big rats too.
Yeah, they do. There's a greater cat variety in the remake, which I appreciate.
Oh.
And he's just kind of wigging out.
Yep.
He's not having it.
Doesn't know what's happening there.
That's it didn't work out for him. But thankfully, he's got a brother or a sister.
Well, you know, it is the same little rat. He just doesn't quite know what
he's
doing.
scared.
Oh, it is canonically the same rat.
Yeah.
Yes, same
Okay.
rat. I know that's the important, you know.
No rats
plot-
were harmed in the
plot-
making of
plot
this
point.
gameplay video.
Those two cats are moving in unison there.
Yeah, the original escort quest guys, right here.
I like it. I think this is so.
This is pretty tolerable in terms of escort quests.
Yeah, this is really clever. What I'm especially charmed by with this little section is that it's like just such a detour from
Yeah.
what you've been doing for the entire level, and it's so severely 90s in that way that I love it. Oh, and he kind of reared up and actually destroyed the path behind him. Okay. Well, speaking of that path, let's jump back into the remake and explore a little bit further.
Let's see what awaits. Oh,
Hello.
an angry guy awaits.
Quite the rude.
Oh goodness. Okay.
Rude welcome there.
Let's put some space between us and our attacker here.
So if I understand
I'm gonna check out some other weapons.
the overarching story, this is about halfway through the game, and the main baddie is Zarok. Is
Zarok.
that
Yep,
right?
that's his name.
Yeah. What can you tell us about Zarok?
Oh, he's just trying to take over Gelamir. He was thwarted by Dan and his knights in the original battle, and he finally has the ability to resurrect the dead.
Okay.
So he does so at the beginning of this. He resurrects all these zombies, all these creatures, takes over, like, kind of hypnotizes all the townspeople, and by so doing,
Come on, I see you.
resurrects Dan as well.
Boom!
Oh, nice hit. So yeah, he has sort of, in trying to sow the seeds of his own domination, he has also undone them potentially if
Yeah.
the player can get Dan all the way through.
Definitely. Definitely. And, you know, Dan runs into a lot of people from his past. It's been quite a while. I think it's been about 100 years.
Is that all?
Oh, now you can grab that chalice if you ever get back
excellent.
there. Actually, it's right there. It's like right next to you.
Yeah, I don't want this guy to hit me. I have like 25 health.
Oh, you're doing good. You have 3 more bottles up there.
Yeah, but I want to play like I mean it.
Justin doesn't go halfway ever. It's the thing that
Oh,
I
okay.
really respect about him. He.
Oh no!
Oh,
I
there
thought
it
he was
goes.
dead.
It's all right.
Dang it. Okay, well now I can just.
It's for the glory and the honor.
Oh, you got him. Oh, there he is. No,
There he is.
Get him.
So I just realized that if someone's chasing you, you can charge up this giant smash attack, and the AOE effect will get them.
Yep.
That's
pretty
excellent.
good.
Now you got a new escape plan.
New
available.
strat.
Yeah.
Pro strats.
Yeah, I like that there's different primary weapons as well. I think when I remember playing the game, I don't. Oh, a lot happened right there. That was very action-packed. Kablooey.
There's a treasure chest there. That's actually a bomb, just to kind of fake you out.
But yeah, I like that you have other. I mean, I knew there was different secondary weapons, but it's really great to see that you can really change your tactic
There's
completely.
a huge variety. There's a bunch of
Different
shields.
primary and secondary.
Yeah,
weapons.
there's actually like a whole other armor set you can get for the game.
Oh, awesome.
There's a lot of stuff that Dan can do. And you'll
think I
see
like the sword
they
better.
get more varied as you go through, obviously. But yeah, people who are familiar with the game are going to be pretty thrilled with the way everything kind of turned out.
Oh
Yeah.
wait, I want to hit that bell with the hammer, just
Oh,
because I can.
give it a give.
Let's see if I can break it.
I believe in you.
Oh. Okay, it was a good hit.
It was a good smash.
Not quite enough.
What's a good hit?
All right, back to the sword.
It is satisfying to hit those bells.
Oh yeah.
It is.
So have we gotten? We're still after.
Yes, you might want
next
to.
riddle.
I think after we talk to Jack, or after you solve that riddle, you have to go back and just speak to Jack for a moment.
Oh, what is this?
This is a life fountain. So
Oh,
let's
yes,
see
please.
Your life bottles up there are actually refilling.
Oh, thank goodness.
Glug, 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 glug.
Yep, but they are finite, so it only might refill like 2 or so, and then it's done.
Oh.
So you got to be careful.
So that's
more.
it for this
Give me
level?
more.
That's it until you reload this level.
Okay,
And then
gotcha.
it'll be there again, but then you have to fight back to this area.
You got to
get
earn it still, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's good to know.
Yep. You got to be careful. You got to play carefully, slowly. The more crazy you just kind of run in there, the more you do get your bony butt kicked.
Yeah.
So, but
Be careful.
canonically it works.
Yeah.
And then you're doing the daring dash right there, one of the abilities Dan gets.
That's a good look. So have we've now solved that riddle.
Yep, we solved the elephant
Okay.
riddle.
I tolerate the moon and stars. I can't abide the sun. Banish me with torchlight and you'll see me turn and run.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's go check out that grate that you were just hanging out over.
Oh, that
okay,
did
I
look
was-
suspicious.
I just got there a little too early.
Yep.
Got it.
He wants to talk crap to you face to face. You know.
And I'm noticing
Face to face.
we were talking about the new soundtrack, and I feel like it just got a little bit more, epic. And
Yeah,
that just
it's
kicked in there.
Yeah, so Bob and Barn, who did composed the music for the original game, actually came back to orchestrate all of the remaining music for the game. And it's all been dynamically mixed. So depending on what's happening, what the action's like in the game, it'll
drop down there?
Yeah, drop down
There
there.
we go.
Okay.
I love the choir.
Yes, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, beautiful.
It really just makes everything. It's incredible. It's video game music sometimes can be that sort of, or music just in any medium is like that invisible thing that brings it to that next level, and it just feels like all the stakes have raised a little bit. Now.
The sound team working on this game have done an amazing job just mixing everything and making it sound as epic as you want it to.
Yeah.
It does feel like a grand adventure, which is befitting of Sir Dan over here.
That's right. It's also one of redemption.
Yes. Yep. Need to get back to that arrow to
These
the
are
eye.
here. Good instincts.
There you go.
Okay, so you're on
Got
the
it.
right track. That's good. I have a hunch there will be more.
Yeah.
Lo and
There we
behold.
There's a
This is-
window right there.
What I like about this area too is that it's like a thematic change of pace from the upper, hedge maze,
Yeah.
and I feel like it seems like I haven't beaten the original '98 game, but I feel like there's a lot of variety here already just within this one stage.
Yep. Oh, and just notice how you can see the stone on each of the walls in here. Like
Oh,
you
yeah.
can see that you're kind of closed in.
Yeah.
If we take a look at what this looked like back in the day,
Oh.
you'll notice that it's all just kind of black and dark
Oh, well-
because the draw distance just wasn't there.
We definitely should take a look. It just
Well, and I love that a lot of the stones actually like jut out of the
Yeah.
wall. There's
Yeah.
so much character here.
Yeah.
Like you can see the roots from the trees above
Yeah.
ground coming down.
It is
like
pretty
that.
great.
Yeah. Let's take a look after this puzzle is solved.
It took me ages to come up with that darkness one.
He's getting
It's all right.
frustrated.
He gave it his best.
Very well.
So why don't you head out of here, and then we'll
My vast
look back at
intellect has
the
been matched by
'98
your
original
badly
version of this
decomposed
puzzle.
brain.
Got a quick jump.
Return at once and I shall give
Whoosh.
you your prize.
All right. Let's go back in time. Okay, so unveiling the path to the underground area here.
There it is.
There it
Nice.
is, and
Room looks a little smaller.
a little more claustrophobic.
Yeah.
Again, it feels very faithful to what I just did.
Yeah.
But like, man, you can so tell the difference.
Yeah, the just the way that those bricks were jutting out, the texture, it's much simpler. It's still the same core puzzle, but and also like lined up the piece, but not much in the way of
Yeah.
feedback there.
That's right.
Yeah, and it looks like the pushing is a little bit easier in the new version. Just kind of being able to maneuver it side to side while you're pushing it forward.
Yeah, here it looks like you're locked in 90-degree
Yep.
angles, which is like pretty common for that era.
And then just the fact that they added the little mini cutscene that indicates that you did something correctly. Like I feel like this, if I played this back in '98, I would have been really frustrated because I
You
wouldn't
would have
know.
known what was going on.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then even there, once you got all three
Yeah,
in
you did
place,
it.
still nothing. But then when you go in there,
Whoa!
you can see, whoa!
Yeah.
I do like that.
Absolutely. Yeah, and there's your feedback right there after you pop out of it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's jump back.
So I think we're close.
Okay.
Are we
let's
getting there?
see.
Yeah, you
Where
should
are
go
we
back
at?
and tell
This way.
Jack what's up now that you solved this puzzle.
Oh, I'll tell him what's up.
Hey, Jack, your riddles are
I
whack.
got a bone to pick with this guy.
Oh,
Ooh.
oh, there it is again.
I love it. Doesn't get old.
It probably does.
You think you're so clever, don't you?
Yep.
Here you are, sir.
Again, that's
Clever
Justin. Always
Clogs.
thinking he's so
I
clever.
grant you free passage through my maze. Find your own way out.
Sir.
Dan still
Clever
doesn't care.
Clogs.
He's still looking around.
He's just distracted eternally. It's like, okay, dude. That's the best way to defuse a blowhard like that, is you
Yeah.
just ignore him.
Look at the texture on this guy, and
Yeah.
look at like the modeling on that face.
Yeah.
It's so good. Oh man, I have a deep appreciation for the work you guys are doing here.
I love it.
Thank you. Yeah, that's all. The art team is astounding. All credit to
Let's
them.
see. Wait, am I going the right way?
I think you are.
So he's basically like, I'm done with you. Like, you figure it out if you're so smart.
Yep. Yep, you're doing great.
What will it be this time?
Going past here. There was an
For good
area
luck.
For good luck,
Yeah.
of course.
here that was blocked
Make your statement.
to the right.
Right. Okay.
There you
Thank
go.
you. It would have been a boring episode if I'm just running in circles. Oh! Something's
Oh,
hitting me.
that
Where
hedge-
did that come
I
from?
think
That-
that hedge guy hit you.
Yeah, looks like they...
Hedge guy. Oh, that thing?
Yeah, that thing. I think
Oh
it hit
my
you with
goodness.
something. Don't know.
Let's activate the Dan cam.
Go ahead, give it a shot.
Like,
yeah.
it's just like zooming
Yeah.
in and out of the mouth, too.
Yeah, the thing is, like, if you notice some of these guys you were hitting, you were actually getting bestiary entries as well.
Oh,
Ah.
cool. I'm such a sucker for that.
Yeah, we have an entire bestiary in the game that's been freshly written. That's actually all new text.
Oh, fun.
From Chris Sorrell, the original creator. So, just helped us bring it to life a little bit more. And now we have a chess puzzle.
Okay.
I don't know if you can hear the little pieces making noises, but
They've literally come to life, yeah. Well, it seems color-coded. So if I had to take a
okay,
guess,
okay.
yellow goes on blue, right? Just kidding.
oh, ow, ow.
The rook is not into it. That's a rook, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right, thanks.
I play video games, not
Yeah.
not board games, guys.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
You got it. No, this is actually exactly how chess goes. I played a lot of it, and it's usually just about getting these 4 pieces into the color-coded spots.
Yep. And swinging blades at them.
Yep.
People say chess is hard. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, come on, just take a look at this.
I mean, if Sir Dan can do it.
Yeah. I do really like the voices. I never. Look
you
at
go.
that. You've done it.
Got 'em.
So is that going to conclude the level? Is that a sound grounds?
That is the end.
All right.
That is actually your entrance to the asylum right there, believe it or not.
He's overjoyed with his own riddle solving ability. Well, Justin, nice work. Nick, thank you for joining us on an episode of PlayStation Underground. People don't have long to wait. It's going to be out on PlayStation 4 on October 25th.
October 25th, disc and digital. And if you're a huge MediEvil fan, man, check out that digital deluxe version. There is so much cool behind-the-scenes content in there.
And a rad PS4 theme.
And a rad PS4 theme, the whole soundtrack. It's an amazing deal. I think it's like $39 and the standard is $29.
Okay.
So it's just an awesome experience. If you've never played the game before, this is the perfect time to jump in. If you have, you're going to have a blast.
Yeah, I'm excited. Just in time for Halloween, too. So, all right. Well, thanks for joining us, and thanks, everyone, for watching. That's MediEvil.
Thank you.
PlayStation